Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine. You may recognize this fellow from last year, Keith Campbell, who's the Market Development Manager North America, and you'll have to explain what intermediary marketing means for Visit Scotland. We're at Destination Britain North America in San Francisco, and this is Insider Travel Report. So, Keith, thank you for talking to us.
No problem.
And let's just pick up where we left off. What's new in Scotland?
What's new? There's lots going on in Scotland, and I can tell you that there's some really good agritourism product coming on. So farms that are diversifying and product, and there's a new one called Wilson's Farm and Kitchen in the Scottish borders. They have you can do farm tours, you can do sheepdog trials, but what's one of their main selling points is that they actually produce their own meat on the farm, and anything that's not sourced from the farm that they do in their food offering is sourced within a 25-mile radius of the farm. So it's very local produce, very focused on that local economy.
Culture you can taste.
Absolutely. Also, they've converted their own sort of repurposed their grain stores and made them into little hides within the farm, so you can go and do a food experience and enjoy the countryside and the views of the countryside.
So you can't stay there, can you?
You can't stay there, no. It's a farm experience. You can go and see the cattle, see where the meat is coming from, and just enjoy the food.
Okay. What else?
What else? So just up the road in North Berwick, so just outside Edinburgh. So we all know about sustainability, and we know that experience in Scotland, not just but on the road or by a coach, by e-bikes. And East Lothian has got a beautiful coastline. And there's a company called Easy Bikes, which are electric bikes. You can go on them and you can tour the East Lothian coastline, which is fantastic. So the coastline, it's also known as Scotland's Golf Coast. So lots of golf courses, but lots of places to stop off for food and drink. There's beaches along that area as well. But Easy Bikes, a great way to see part of the countryside.
No, especially if you haven't sold it already. The Easy Bikes make it so that anyone can travel. And how young can you be on that?
There's no age limit. Yeah, there's no age limit. There's for everyone. Okay. Yeah, for everyone. I suppose moving on then to some of our cities, Glasgow and Glasgow museums. There's a lot of development in terms for group operators and for FIT operators. So Glasgow museums are putting together particular packages. So there's packages available for the Burrell Collection, which is one of Glasgow's famous museums, the Kelvin Grove Art Gallery Museum. But the one I want to really talk about is the Transport Museum, so the Riverside Museum. That is, it's a Gold Green Tourism Award holder. It's based on the banks of the River Clyde. And it's the museum that celebrates transport and travel in Scotland. Right. Yeah, so there they've got an actual evening with a difference, and it's called Travel Through Time at Riverside. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so it's really good. So you can have that experience, and you can also then pair that up with a property that's close by, which is a distillery. So history and whiskey together, fabulous combination. Exactly. Yeah.
Also, I just was talking with Virgin Hotels. You have two now.
We have the first two in Europe, which we're very, very pleased about and delighted to have them in Scotland. Edinburgh opened last year, and we've just had Glasgow open this year as well. Fabulous. If you know the Virgin brand, you know the quirkiness about the Virgin brand. Two different style properties. Edinburgh is in the Old Town in Edinburgh, so it's an older building, but they've used their magic and their brand. And in Glasgow, it's a new build, and it's right on the River Clyde. So excellent additions to the accommodation inventory for both cities.
Actually, one of the things we were discussing was, some of the hotels can be a little stuffy. So if you want that a relaxed luxury, that's what that's for.
Oh, absolutely. And if you know that familiar with the Virgin brand, it's just the quirkiness, absolutely. And I can testify for the bar in the Edinburgh property is fantastic, and the service is just spot on. Yeah.
What else?
If you go further north, and I'll talk about whiskey's a key theme here. So further north to the Glenturret Distillery. Now you might You may not know that it's one of the oldest working distilleries in Scotland, but it's also now a Michelin star for its restaurants.
Since last year?
Yes, since last year. So it's incredible. So really good. And then onwards even further north to Tain, which is up past Inverness. That Glenmorangie House is the accommodation part of the distillery at Glenmorangie. So you can not only visit the distillery, you can stay beside the distillery. And I think
Because then there's no driving involved.
exactly. I think that's a win-win situation. Absolutely. Yeah. So, and I suppose last thing with the cities is that you have got a lot of the cities you can walk around, and I think our cities are full of culture, and who better to let you know about what to experience in our cities than local guides. And we've got a company called Walking in Scotland Tours, and they are local guides and they tell you about their city, which is fantastic. So you get off the beaten track and absolutely they'll tell you their tales, and they'll tell you where you should go, so you're actually living like a local. And what more can you do that is a unique experience in our cities, and those are available in Edinburgh, Glasgow, Inverness, Aberdeen, but places such as Stirling, Oban as well. So very much definitely something to do.
Please allow me to congratulate you. London is always the biggest draw for Americans, but you're now number 2.
Yes, Edinburgh is absolutely Scotland, and we have seen the growth from the North American market, particularly the US, has been incredible post-COVID. We all know about this intent to travel post-COVID, and people really wanting to make up for lost time. And US was our number 1 inbound market anyway, but the growth that we've seen is incredible.
We're thinking it has a lot to do with the film tourism.
Absolutely, film tourism. Are you an Outlander fan yourself? Yeah, so Scotland on screen has been incredible, and people are they want to experience what they see on their screen, and why not? So Outlander, absolutely. James Bond, familiar. Avengers. And also I hear as well, I knew in Canada but I didn't know the US, Shetland is filmed or is shown, should I say. So so it's incredible. So
Congratulations.
Absolutely. And I think it's great that we're seeing that people are wanting to come in and experience what they're seeing on their screens.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.